A woman's fox-like seduction is a superpower, the power of her seduction. From a young age, little girls have learned to use their power of seduction to get what they want. How did they notice and when and how to use their manipulation, strategies, and techniques? It started with their dads first. The daddy is the first victim. Young daughters, even at 5 or younger, at the ages of 5 or younger, learn just how to manipulate their dads into buying them candy, clothes, Barbie dolls, shoes, convince them to spend the nights over their friends' houses. Dad, let me get them keys to go to the store. All that. Just with those innocent puppy dog eyes and a bat of her eyelashes. As she gets more experience, as she ages and matures, females quickly learn that a little attention can be used to acquire themselves mostly whatever their hearts desired. Just like they learn manipulation, flirtation is another gift they have. They laugh at men's jokes in a gentle and sneaky way, brushes their arm with their hand and flatter their egos a little, and that man who she's playfully seducing is at her mercy, soon to be used as her puppet with a string. Oh yeah. She's slowly getting him into her web. It's not as though females plan to be this way. They were created naturally that way. The superpower of seduction is a part of a woman's many instincts, just as it is a man's instinct to protect what's his, protection, masculine. What do you know? This power to seduce men also leads to the power of sex. Let's really get into it. More often than not, females have the power to use their sexuality to get what they want, to make it so bad. Even in relationships, they are usually the ones who decide when, where, and how often a man is going to engage in sex. She does control the gateway to sexual pleasure. In most relationships, women are the ones who often decide on the frequency of sex. And for most guys, their women don't usually desire it enough times in a week. If guys decided to take full charge of sex sessions and attempted to get the ball rolling in the bedroom, that could lead to a big disagreements and arguments because his wants, needs, and desires doesn't align with hers, and as a result, they may lead to a very cold bedroom. So, this leaves a man feeling very frustrated that his woman just isn't as enthusiastic and excited about sex just as much as he is, and in turn, this leaves his woman feeling angry that all he wants, or at least in her mind now, is to just slide in and get off. When two lovers have different views on sex and how often it should be taking place, it usually leaves both partners feeling unfulfilled, empty on the inside, and unhappy inside and outside the bedroom. And that can happen, man, because he feel like he ain't getting his. She feeling like, because see, one of it is this too. A woman wants to feel emotionally close to her man before she has sex. But a man wants to have sex in order to feel close to his woman, so, that's why you gotta, get on one accord with everything. So a man likes to get physical with his woman to feel sex. A woman wants to be emotionally with a man in order to want sex. Women can use sex only as a weapon, bargaining chip, manipulative tool. Use sex to get what she wants, needs out of a man or woman, really, out of a man or woman. Make her wealthy or financial gain. Opportunities, man, can come up. She can get a job and move up in a career, her job. Sex not only as a weapon, bargaining chip, manipulative tool. Whereas some females view sex as the most sacred of experiences, others still use it as a bargaining chip manipulation. You do something for me and I'll give you what you want. Exchange game, quid pro quo. That's what tricking is too. Not only is that unfair, it's devious. Sex, in my opinion, is supposed to be that moment in time when everything in the world stops and disappears. And it's just a man and his woman diving into a blissful pool of ecstasy that's unmatched by anything else. When a woman starts telling her man that if he buys her this piece of jewelry, then she'll give him in return the best ride of his life, it waters down the whole experience. That loses substance. It waters it down. It's bad enough that we live in a cruel world in which people are constantly trying to manipulate everyone else in order to get what they want. But to actually come home and receive the same treatment from his woman is just wicked and evil. Man, yes it is. How can you indirectly turn the sexual tables around on her and be the one getting asked for sex? First off, it takes a lot of sexual discipline. That's number one. Master yourself first. Discipline. You can stop this cold-blooded cycle in which your woman or women decides how often you're going to have sex, and you no longer have to make details to get it either. Always keep in mind that women have the superpowers to seduce men, like it's their second nature. So you have to play on that and take advantage of it so it can work in your favor. Women are stimulated by the ability to assert their power of seduction. They stimulated by it, man. And if you want her to jump all over you and have her ripping your clothes off instead of the other way around, you have to give her a challenge, a carrot to chase after. If you're constantly trying to jump in between her thighs, you're not giving her the opportunity to use her sexual power to seduce you to prove that she can have you or get you. As a result, over time, you become boring and no longer present a challenge because you're always ripping her clothes off. You're always trying to, know what I'm saying, get up to her. You never letting her prove herself to want you. See? So you got to turn her around, man. Let her prove that she can have you. Just like you always trying to rip her clothes off and jump in between her thighs, let her prove she can have you too. If she wants you, let her prove it. Indirect gain is indirect gain. If you kiss her passionately all over or French kiss her so good that you make her eyes start to rotate to the back of her head and leave it at that without letting your hands explore towards her breasts or nipples, inner thighs or outer thighs, and still restrain your inner horny simp, then you can easily present the kind of challenge she is looking for. You want her to occasionally initiate seduction when it comes to sexual pleasure, lovemaking. If you want the tables to turn around, then you have to behave like you want it but don't need it. See, that's the key also too. Want it but don't need it. Never resemble an excited kid either. Remain calm and cool. Never resemble an excited kid either. Remain calm and cool. Let her use her power of seduction to kick it off. The hot, raw, passionate, and sex session. If she wants it, let her work for it. Prove it with her actions. Drive her wild. What you can also do to ensure that she'll want it you more is to initiate flirting, teasing her. But do it yourself. Do all that freaky good stuff you do, like kiss all over her main 3 erogenous zones, lick her titties, side of her thighs, sides of her neck, lick or kiss her Venus mound, her pubic mound, and go real close to her vulva and stop right there. I guarantee you that'll work. After you stop, look at her with a nice grin and tell her if she wants more, she is going to have to prove it. Oh man, when I tell you that work, if that don't work, my name ain't Wise, Sharp and Wise, man. Woo, man. Now, obviously, you're not going to keep doing this, but keep thinking of multiple ways that will fulfill her to use her seductive skills to ultimately fulfill both your wants, needs, and desires. Sexual experiences and lovemaking can be the most fascinating and captivating experiences of your lives if you keep it challenging, interesting, and creative. You want your sexual experiences to graduate to deep merging with unspeakable words of delight. Woo! Hey, man. Let me hit that one more time. I can hit that blunt one more time. You want your sexual experiences to graduate to deep merging with unspeakable words of delight. The sex so good, you can't even describe it. Woo! Unspeakable words of delight. The sex so good, you can't even describe it. Constantly maintain control in the power and in the power position. Like, hey, she wanted, not just me only. You know what I'm saying? She come to get you. If you would just learn to play hard to get instead of always giving into your hormonal instincts. Like I said, man, discipline. Always give into your hormonal instincts. Discipline. You could have your woman wanting more sex than ever. Familiarity breeds contempt, but staying consistently inconsistent, unpredictable keeps you desired. Not always giving yourself to her when she wants you. Hey, man. Like I said, you want to be that balloon that she got to keep reaching up trying to get. Always trying to reach up and trying to grab you. But like I say, man, if you're a balloon with a string, she can just, yank you down. But you want to be that balloon without the string, she got to jump up. Always trying to grab you. You need to understand that making her feel sexy does not necessarily equate to sex. If you can to seduce her mind, she will most definitely want to seduce your body in no time. Oh, if you can seduce her mind, she will most definitely want to seduce your body in no time. And if you seduce her mind, she wants you to seduce her body also. 6 indispensable things to do. This is number 1. Make her feel appreciated. Number 2, balance out your affection. You got to balance it out, man. Don't give her too little. Don't give her too much. Balance it out. 3, tell her she's sexy or fine. But like I say, don't water it down. Don't let it lose substance often, every so often. Number 4, kiss her for no reason and in certain places for no reason. You don't need no reason to kiss your woman, man. Kiss her all over. 5, constantly make love to her brain. That's her biggest sex organ. Like I say, you seduce her mind, you can seduce her body. It starts in her mind. Desire starts mentally first. All these things will increase your love life and your relationship as well. Everyone wants things that they have to work for rather than have things that are easily handed to them. That builds dopamine. If she has to make an effort to get you where she wants you, that's when you win. Oh man, come on now. Woo! If she has to make an effort to get you where she wants you, then that's when you win because pleasure will be yours for the taking. Switch the sexual tables around and win. Her Foxx-Like seduction is a superpower, players. Anticipation is not the precursor to pleasure. Anticipation is pleasure itself. Yes, indeed. Delayed gratification, players. Delayed gratification. Hold on. Oh, that's it. Delayed gratification. The more you make her wait, the more she want it, players. Seduce her mind, she want to seduce her body. Her Foxx-Like seduction is her superpower.